Imagine yourself playing Mortal Kombat 2 with your friends in the arcade. You reach a 50 win streak and a message pops on the screen telling you a new warrior is awaiting for you. You are then transported to Goro's lair and confronted by the mysterious challenger, Noob Saibot. This ninja stood out among arcade players for being a black palette swap of the ninja group while being a cool secret and being extremely difficult to fight against. So today, after reading various requests, we'll be ranking all 9 of Noob Saibot's fatalities from the worst to the best.
Fight!
Good morning, afternoon, and evening, everyone. My name is Nick, and welcome to, or welcome back to the channel. If you are new, be sure to click the subscribe button to join the Whack Pack today, and to stay tuned for more fun rankings like these and for more Mortal content. In this episode of All Character Finishers Ranked, we'll be taking a look at the secret fighter from Mortal Kombat 2 and the OG Sub-Zero, Noob Saibot. Named after the creators Ed Boon and John Tobias taking their last names and flipping them backwards, he's been a great series inclusion with a fun backstory tied to 2 of the most iconic combatants. You know how these finishers will be ranked by now, based on creativity, pacing, impact on the franchise, and personality. Here are the ground rules for the assassin turned wraith. Rule number 1, brutalities, stage fatalities, and mortalities will not be included on this list. Rule number 2, fatalities from Mortal Kombat Armageddon won't count in this list either. No need to worry about recreated fatalities, as Noob Saibot has unique finishers in every game. None of them are remakes, but some are copies of other characters, so those will be included in this ranking. With those rules established, grab your sickle, get your shadow friend, and grind out 50 wins as we cover all 9 of Noob Saibot's fatalities across the entire Mortal Kombat series. Number 9. In last place, we're taking a look at Mortal Kombat 4, with Noob Saibot making his second playable appearance right after Mortal Kombat Trilogy. Due to the rush time, Noob doesn't have any unique finishers in this game, but borrows from 2 existing characters in the roster. The first of which is a copy from newcomer Reiko's super kick finisher.
Noob Saibot wins. Fatality.
For this one, I have to rank it in 2 ways, as a copycat finisher and if you look at it outside of its context. Overall, I find it a bit lazy that it's just the super kick with no additions to make it feel special whatsoever. Even if you've never seen the original finisher this is based off of, there's no dark magic or teleporting, just an odd kick that Leonidas would critique you for. In the end, this one is just a kick to the groin for Saibot fans, as it stands out as the worst of his finishers. Number 8. Staying on focus with the second duplicate finisher from Mortal Kombat 4. Whereas the first one was a clone of Reiko's super kick, this next one is still a copy, but manages to pull from an appropriate character for the lore.
Noob Saibot wins. Fatality.
As I stated in my Sub-Zero ranking video, I really don't like this version of the Deep Freeze finisher. But this does get placed above the other copycat, as it does tie into the story pretty well. As I mentioned at the beginning of this episode, Noob Saibot was the original Sub-Zero, so this is still technically fitting in a way, harking back to his days before he became a wraith. Other than that, this is still a copycat finisher. From here, all of Noob Saibot's finishers will be unique ones, so let's check them out. Number 7. Moving into Noob Saibot's playable debut with Mortal Kombat Trilogy. With the MK Trilogy roster loaded with almost every character from the first 3 games, it would be extremely hard to create a unique finisher for every character. For this one, I am just straight up confused about it.
Fatality.
I can appreciate the team creating a new finisher and not doing another decapitation or something like that. But of all things, why would they go with slamming the opponent like a pogo stick until the body go boom? I never understood this finisher, but I can appreciate the team semi-recreating this one in Mortal Kombat 11 as a brutality. Like the teleport slam, this one is just having me slamming my head in confusion. Number 6. Headed into the second Mortal Kombat Trilogy finisher. Where the first one was a slamming mixed time for me, this one at least takes a good spin on one of Noob's special moves, and I'm also really sorry for the pun in advance.
Noob Saibot wins.
After dealing with lacking finishers from the MK3 era, I can at least say this one is a better finisher of the bunch. Although this feels like a copy of the Sindel hairspin finisher, this one still incorporates the wind move that he has in this game. As time passed, this feels like a better fit for Fujin, which is why I don't think we would see this one return in a future title. Overall, this one kinda blew me away. Number 5. Moving into our only PlayStation 2 era Mortal Kombat game for Noob Saibot with Deception. In this game, Noob and Smoke were paired up for their fun buddy cop adventure. Because of the pairing, Noob and Smoke just have one fatality. For this game, they made another unique finisher that takes advantage of one of Noob's new features. Although we've seen this finisher done multiple ways from Melina in MK3 and Raiko in MK4, this one is at least fitting for Noob's new shuriken projectile. Though it's been done before, this one I like it because it's in a darker presentation and the pacing makes this better than the Raiko version. In the end, I feel if Smoke asked if Noob could hit a target from far away, I feel Noob would reply with shuriken. Oh god, that was really bad, I'm sorry about that. Number 4. We are finally headed into the NetherRealm Studios era with Mortal Kombat 11. This is the era of games where Noob's finishers really started to shine. We'll start off Mortal Kombat 11 by visiting Split Decision. This one is just a good and unique finisher. Using the powers of the shadow, sickles, and portals is just a great concept for this one. How the opponent gets hung up in the air feels ripped right out of a Hellraiser movie, but just really dark and disturbing. Ending it all by pulling them apart is just a good finale to this finisher. This finisher just got me hooked on Noob. Number 3. Taking the bronze medal of Noob Saibot finishers comes from the Mortal Kombat reboot from 2011. Many fans state the Noob finishers from this game are not only his best, but some of the best from Mortal Kombat 2011. We'll start things off with As One.
Noob Saibot wins. Flawless victory.
Talk about making your opponent half the man they used to be. I always wanted to see a portal-based finisher in Mortal Kombat, and Noob Saibot finally delivers that for us. The fear the opponent expresses by being grabbed and pulled down, then having the portal close is just an amazing concept. The final touch is having the opponent crawl in mercy at Noob is just awesome. It's a great finisher in Mortal Kombat. Number 2. Our runner-up comes from Mortal Kombat 11. With the Gore-Tex system introduced for this game, the finishers got more creative than ever. The finishers were able to pull off crazy elements that were impossible in previous titles. This is one of the standout finishers where the team went above and beyond. This one is just downright amazing. Probably one of the more unique ways to split an opponent in two. Eviscerating the opponent and then having the shadow clone break out from inside is just awesome. This one just really shows how much the fatalities have evolved over time. I find this to be one of Mortal Kombat 11's best fatalities, but it is not the best Noob Saibot finisher. Number 1. Finishing out the list by revisiting the Mortal Kombat reboot. I'm sure many Mortal Kombat fans and fans of this series saw this one coming a mile away. But for newcomers to the franchise and people who are just finding this channel, you'll easily see why this is placed at number 1.
Noob Saibot wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
I feel no one will be split on this one being number 1. Summoning the shadow to play a good game of tug of war is an amazing concept, something that no one else but Noob Saibot can pull off. This finisher is a prime example of a perfectly fitting finisher for a character, amazing pacing, and great gore factor. This is my favorite Mortal Kombat 2011 finisher, and one of the series' best. Those factors are what make this the #1 Noob Saibot fatality of all time. And there you have my ranking of all of Noob Saibot's finishers ranked from worst to best. Which Noob Saibot finisher was your favorite and which one was your least favorite? Be sure to put your rankings in the comments section down below and I will surely get back to you. Let's also remember to respect each other's opinions and let's not perform a brutality over our opinions in the comment section down below. I hope you all had a happy holiday season and a great 2021. For YouTube, this has been a really good year for me, so I want to say thank you all for your support. I have a great amount of content planned for the next year, and I hope you're as excited as I am. Stay tuned for teases in the community tab leading up to the next video. I had loads of fun teasing you all for the guest character finishers and for this episode, so I know next year is going to be really fun. As always, thank you very much for tuning into this video. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and share this with your friends. My name is Nick, and in the wise words of my friend Jeff, have a smooth day.